Okay, there's a couple of points of order I wanted to go over about the Epstein case. Now, obviously, the Epstein case is officially closed for him because he cannot be tried by human beings anymore. Okay, and there's talk about his assistants and all associates being tried for their participation. Now, when Epstein was first convicted, they called him at his house and told no, they called his lawyer and told his lawyer, tell your client to please come down and surrender peacefully because we have charges for him and we want to avoid some embarrassment. Okay, fine. That's not exactly the proper way to handle a, a sex abuse suspect. But he was allowed to make a plea deal. And his plea deal was um, he got put in a jail cell that was like a suite. I don't know all the details of his jail cell, but his jail cell was in a confined area. Now, a lot of times, accused sex traffickers are put in confined areas because they're deadly afraid of being murdered, and okay, or some other shit like that. So they put them in isolation. There's like a special cell just for them, and all their food is brought to them. Okay, they're under constant guard supervision. In case they get murdered or attacked or some shit. Even Larry Nassar had the shit beat out of him in prison. Only they tried putting him in general population recently. So the fact he's put in a secluded area is fine. But rumor has it his jail cell was more luxurious than your cell would be if you were accused of the same crime. He made a plea deal where he got a slap on the wrist compared to what he should have been getting. He played everything down as far as it could be possible, which is only possible when you have a lot of money for high class lawyers. Okay, you and I would not be able to afford that kind of plea deal because your lawyers have to go all this other bullshit and they have to promise all these sweet deals. Now, part of his deal was that he would be on work release. Now, a lot of times guys are in a minimum security prison within distance of their house, or they're in the local jail serving a very short sentence for a misdemeanor. Well, if it's prison, it's a felony. Jail could be a misdemeanor. And a lot of times you may have a guy who's sentenced to jail for 4 months, and the guy made a stupid mistake, and he cooperated with the judge, and he said to the judge, I don't want to lose my job. And the judge will say, okay, you made a dumb mistake. You committed a white-collar, non-violent crime. Your boss didn't fire you. If you do get fired, you'll end up getting in more trouble later on in life. So, okay. And what they do, jail work release means when you're not at work, you're in jail. And you literally give the jail your work schedule. And the jail releases you from jail to go to work. Sometimes you can drive your car. Other times you need a ride. But you go to work. And the jail is allowed to have your schedule. The jail is allowed to call your boss and ask to speak to you personally. The jail is allowed to send a probation officer or a detective or even a court officer from the local court, someone to your office or your work location to make sure you really are there. And if you're not at work, you're in trouble. And if your boss lets you go home for a half day for a holiday, your friends go home, you go back to jail. And you're required to go to jail as soon as you don't work. And if you're stuck in traffic, no big deal, but if you go to the bar first, if you go to the blah, 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 okay, you're in trouble. Now, these are non-violent guys, okay, small-time shit, light sentences, good behavior, okay, and that work release can be revoked. And if they find out you're not at work, you're at home, you're not at work at your girlfriend's house, okay, you can have the thing revoked. Epstein was given work release. The stupidest thing in the world you can do is give work release to a convicted sex offender. That's the stupidest thing in the world. Okay? And he was allowed out of his cell for 12 hours a day. Now he's also the boss, so what's he gonna do? go to fucking work and stay in the line. Like, no, okay? So that work for at least 12 hours, he could have been anywhere, okay? But he got a really bullshit sentence, which was not proper. Now, there are people surrounding Epstein that made some really, really dumb mistakes. Now, if you look at one aspect of it, you have, let's assume Larry Nassar, the gymnastics doctor, okay? Guilty as shit, protected by all of his colleagues for many years, abused many, many girls, okay? And between his colleagues obstructing justice, and between the fact that we need evidence to put guys in prison, it took a long time to bring him in. Then you look at Brett Kavanaugh, a completely innocent man who did nothing wrong and was lynched. Okay? So we have to understand that the people that are involved allegedly, Prince Andrew, Alan Dershowitz, the attorney, a couple other guys, they have not been convicted yet. Okay? So we're going to be careful and say they have not been convicted yet, because I don't want to get on a lynch mob. Okay? But we're going to point out the stupid mistakes that they made. Now, Prince Andrew is the younger son of the Queen of England. His brother is in line for the throne. His nephew, his great-nephew, they will be the kings of England in order. Okay? He has been pushed aside by bloodline, so he's not going to be the king ever. Okay? The only way Prince Andrew can become king is if every single one of his family dies. But he is a royal member of the family, and he has certain passes. One of the passes is diplomatic immunity. Now, diplomatic immunity means you are, and you watch The Weapon 2? Yeah, okay. You are a government official, the Queen's son, the Prime Minister, the Secretary of State, okay, the Admiral of the fleet of whatever the fuck country, okay, and you are on foreign soil. Diplomatic immunity means you cannot be prosecuted. Okay, in order, if you commit a crime with diplomatic immunity, the country you're in has to write a letter to your government asking your government to punish you. And if your government doesn't punish you, they can ask your government to revoke immunity so that they can punish you. Now, Prince Andrew, being a member of the royal family, he almost certainly has immunity from prosecution in this country. Okay? Here's the thing. His mother, the Queen has absolute immunity. When the Queen travels abroad, she has diplomatic immunity. When the Queen is at home in her own country, she has sovereign immunity. If you look at England, Her Majesty's prison, Her Majesty's police, Her Majesty's military, Her Majesty's court, Her Majesty's parliament, Queen Elizabeth is literally 100% exempted from her own laws. All the laws of the UK are done in her name, therefore she is exempted from following them. She chooses to follow them to set a good example. However, if Queen Elizabeth shoots someone in the head on television, no. If Queen Elizabeth sets up a bomb in a shopping center and orders the fire department not to rescue people, okay? She literally can do whatever she wants. That's it. She can do. In England, it's illegal for the police to talk to her. Okay? It's illegal for the court to summon her. Okay? You cannot do it. Now, Queen Elizabeth has the power. You see Queen Elizabeth revoking her son's privileges. Her son can no longer go to this party. He can only represent this blah, 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 blah. The Queen has the power to revoke his immunity. The Queen can send a letter to either the President, the American Ambassador to the UK, or the US Secretary of State, And the queen can send a letter saying on letterhead, royal signature, blah 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 bullshit. My son, Prince Andrew, his immunity is revoked, and he can be prosecuted. There is speculation she may do that. Now, here's the issue. She knew that he was friends with him for many years. Is she doing this now to save face? Probably. Why didn't she do this a couple years ago? I would have. Okay. Now, Prince Andrew did it. I'm going to put links down below to Prince Andrew's interview, and I'm going to put a link to one of the girls' interviews. Girl accusing. Okay. Prince Andrew admitted to being friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Okay? He admitted that on camera. He also admitted that when Jeffrey Epstein pled guilty to the sex offense, he came to meet with him face to face and say, we cannot be friends anymore. Okay, he actually went out of his way to meet him face to face that we cannot be friends anymore. Then, after the sentence, the probation, all the bullshit was cleared up, and Epstein was a free man, Epstein threw a party and invited Prince Andrew, and Prince Andrew accepted and spent 4 days there. Okay? And now girls are accusing Prince Andrew of sexual assault. Here's the problem. Sometimes you can't get out of shit, okay? You can't control that 36 years from now, someone that you never met before is going to say you attempted to rape them. Okay? Some circumstances are beyond your control. Okay? And you could just bump into somebody and they can say, oh my god, rape. Okay? Some shit cannot be controlled. Now here's the issue. Could the girls accuse Prince Andrew of sexual assault if he was not there? You go to this guy's house and spend 4 days there after he is convicted of a sex crime. What are people doomed to think about you? If you had simply not gone and not been there, it would be impossible to accuse you. And if you were accused, you could just have an alibi set up like Brett Kavanaugh had an alibi set up. Where Brett Kavanaugh had his calendar from 1982 and said, hey look, this weekend I was my father out of town. Okay? If I had a friend who was a convicted sex offender, and he said, Vinny, come spend 4 days with me in my house. After I say no, I'm going to make sure that 4 days I am seen. Whether I videotape myself watching television in my own apartment, or whether I go to a party somewhere and make sure that I am videotaped and seen and have pictures, okay? Even if I gotta fucking run around town naked and get arrested and be in jail for that 4 days, I'm gonna make sure there is no doubt in anyone else's fucking mind that I am not near him. Period. Okay? That is what you must do. Now, did Prince Andrew rape anybody? I don't know. I wasn't there. But the simple fact that he went to this guy's house knowing he was a registered sex offender, that right there puts him suspect. Okay? Because if you're not there, you can't be accused. Now the girls. One of the girls, she admitted that she was a runaway. She had some problems in life. She's getting her life in order. Her father worked at a country club and got her a job at a country club where she met Epstein's people. And she's 17 years old and they wanted her to be a massage therapist. Okay, yeah. She's going to learn to be a massage therapist and she's going to get paid $300 an hour to give a massage. Okay, first of all, let me tell you this right now. If I'm paying you $300 for a massage, I better not have any body pain for 25 years. $300 for a massage. That better be the best massage in the world, and I better not have any pain, legs, back, neck, forever. Okay, that's a really, really, really high price. $300 for a massage for an hour. Okay. Are you the greatest therapist in the world? Especially for an amateur starting out, okay? So she was gonna learn massage school, And she told her father, I'm gonna go and learn massage school and become a massage therapist certified, blah, 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 blah. Here's the issue. She's 17. You can't learn massage school unless you're either 18 or have written permission from your parents. Okay? In fact, I don't think any school, university will take you if you're under 18 without a parental signature. Okay? Doing massages, if you're under 18 getting a massage, you're most likely going to need a parental signature. Now, maybe if you're 17, you're walking through the airport or the mall, and you see the chair massage, they're like, just sit down, okay? You're wearing your clothes, we're in an open setting, people walking around, okay? I don't give a shit, okay? Not a big deal. But if you're going behind closed doors, okay, taking off your clothes, putting on a fucking towel, okay, they're going to want to make you be 18. I'll give you an example. I was talking to a massage therapist. This was when the Larry Nassar came out to be, okay? This woman says, under 18, I want a parental signature. Under 16, I make the parents watch. And she said one time she had a 13-year-old girl that she was massaging, and the girl had a lot of tension built up, but the girl had a lot of stamina, and she actually told the girl's mother, can I stand on her? And she literally stood up on the table and stood on this 13-year-old girl's back with her mother looking directly at her. The mother said, okay, you're fine. And so the entire massage, the mother had to have unrestricted vision of the child and the therapist. And if the mother said, stop, I want you doing that, she would be required to get off. Okay? So for girls under 18 to be giving massages or getting massages or learning massage therapy without parental consent, that's a red flag. Going to a mansion to do massages, okay, having the contact your hookup tell you bring your friends so they can learn massage too, that is a huge red flag for me. Okay, now this girl was a troubled girl. She was vulnerable to coercion, but what about her parents? Okay, so that also gives me bad vibes, okay? So, if you have a child who is under 18 and they say, I'm going to learn massages, okay. Before I give my parental consent in writing, I'm going to Google the name of the massage school to make sure it is a certified massage school with board certification, licensed therapists, and stuff like that. The parents did not do that. Now, if the parents did that, they would be like, wait a minute. You're under 18, and you're going to massage a guy at his house with his friends, and you're getting paid $300 right out of school. Yes, that is a red flag. Okay? Also, some of the massages were done in the nude. Now, massage therapists will cover the body before they massage the person, but every massage therapist in this country will tell you flat out, if it is nude, it is not professional. All the licensing boards, the medical, they have the certifications, licensing, qualifications, okay, schooling, degrees, certification, all that shit, okay, they will not allow the client to be nude, period. Okay, so for an underage girl to be going to a house to give a massage for $300 an hour fresh out of school, right, and have a nude adult, okay, that is the red flag to the nth degree. And the parents should have said, wait a minute, what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, I'll tell you right now, I have 2 nieces, they're adults now, okay? If you fucking came to one of my nieces and said, I want to teach you massage, go to the millionaire's house, okay, you would, please. Not even fucking worth it, okay? Don't even attempt it. Okay? So that's a red flag. So, lesson learned here, Prince Andrew may very well be innocent. We don't know. But time will tell. Now, you as the adult, your friends are registered sex offenders, stay the fuck away. Don't even see them on the street. Because if they're a registered sex offender, odds are someone's watching them. And they might watch you too. So registered sex offender, post-conviction, stay the fuck away. Yes, I know we've had guys go to prison for rape and get out of prison and have their conviction overturned and be exonerated. Okay, but please, okay, the guys that you know are guilty, the guys that you, okay, stay the fuck away. Stay away. Young girls, 17, 16, 15, that are going to learn massages, okay, at millionaires' houses, okay, what the fuck is wrong with the parents? Okay? Parents, you know how old your kid is. By legal definition, if your kid is 18, you can't say shit. You can say you're not going to live in my house anymore, but that's about it. However, you're the parent, your 17-year-old underage daughter, whom you have custody of, tells you someone's going to pay me $300 an hour to give them a massage. Okay. First and foremost, after you get done telling your child no and telling them to go to their fucking room, okay, you make sure you pick up the phone and call the police. Thank you. Now, Alan Dershowitz, their lawyer, is also accused. Okay? He did admit that one time, a long time ago, he was at the house and got a massage. Well, if you're at a sexual deviant's house getting a massage and the girl looks kind of young, I don't know. Alan Dershowitz insists he did not do anything illegal. He may very well be telling the truth. Now, if you're an attorney and your client is a sex offender, guess what? You must talk to your client. That's the law. You have to talk to your client. Everybody is entitled to a lawyer, period. And you as a lawyer have access to your client. Now, you know your client is suspected, if not convicted, of sex crimes. Why are you at their house getting a massage? Okay, that's a dumb mistake on your part. Meet your client in the office where it belongs. Keep your clothes on and don't touch any of his employees, period. And you could be the most innocent guy in the world, but when you're hanging out at a sex offender's paradise island, okay, it calls into question. Now, we know for a fact Hillary Clinton was there at one point or another. Well, she went to measure his neck, okay? But you guys, this is my advice to you. Your friends are registered sex offenders, find new friends. Okay? I have friends that went to jail. I have friends that are convicted felons. Okay? They reform their lives. Okay? But once it goes into registered sex offender territory, stay clear. Parents, you need to pay the fuck attention. Okay? Kind of like the Larry Nassar incident, when Larry Nassar would take kids, lay them on their back, and block the parents' view as he was doing this to their vagina. Okay? Parents need to know what the fuck is going on. Okay, you need to know. Because, okay, it's not like driving around in a van, grabbing a kid, bringing them in the woods and raping them. Okay? They coerce kids. They bribe kids. Okay? They make promises to kids. Okay? You got a kid that's down in their luck. They ran away from home. They have a lot of emotional problems. They're trying to rebuild their life at 17 years old. They're working at a country club making minimum wage. Okay? Give massages for $300 an hour. Okay? Now, when you're an adult, you're like, wait a minute, what the fuck is wrong? Okay? But when you're a young kid, 16, 17, okay, fresh out of school, or still in school, you're like, wow, $300 an hour. What can go wrong? Okay? I'll tell you right now, parents, if she's under 18 and she's going into massage school, look up the massage school. Look it up. Look up the certification. Look up the instructors. Okay? And don't be shy about calling the city or calling the records or having it checked out. Okay? Don't be shy about that. Okay? Massage schools are required to take 18-year-old students or have parental signature. That's a requirement. Okay? They're required to be certified by some board somewhere. They're required to have a license. Okay, most of those licenses have their picture on them. Okay, instructors for massage school have other licenses and certifications. And all clients are required to wear some form of clothing. Even if you just wrap a towel around yourself. The client cannot be nude. That's actual law. It's their policy, and in some states it is law. Okay, for a 17-year-old girl at a guy's house, $300 an hour, red flag. Okay, wake the fuck up.